Another happy day. Joe Biden, president-elect. Yesterday, on a separate associated with this, yesterday, as you're probably aware, Leader Schumer and I had a call with President-elect Joe Biden. We'll stay in close touch in the coming days. We spoke about the intensifying pandemic, and the economic crisis. As you know, earlier in the week, the administration was, instead of crushing the virus, trying to crush the Affordable Care Act. And of course, we were very pleased at the presentations that were made in support of the Affordable Care Act. I'm an appropriator, so I have a good rapport with the appropriators, and I think that left to their own devices, they can get this done, as I've said before. Chairman Shelby and I had this conversation, assuring each other that we want to have a bill. As Leader Schumer and I discussed yesterday, this is an emergency of the highest magnitude, and yet our Republican colleagues want to focus elsewhere instead of recognizing as the health emergency which science has given us a path to crush. According to a news report this morning, which I'm sure you have all seen, it was reported that more than 130 Secret Service agents are infected or quarantining in the wake of Trump's reckless campaign schedule. The election is over. Joe Biden is the president-elect, elected with a mandate of over 78 million votes. This November 3rd election was the most secure in American history. There is no evidence that any voting system deleted or lost votes, changed votes, or was in any way compromised. It went on to say, while we know there are many unfounded claims and opportunities for misinformation and the process of our elections, we can assure you that we have the utmost confidence in the security and integrity of our elections, and you should too. I urge our Republicans to accept the facts, acknowledge the crisis, and immediately come to the table to work on COVID relief. Testing, tracing, treatment, mask wearing, isolation, separation, sanitation, and we are still very much involved in these races. We have a number that are just haven't been counted. When we were impatiently waiting for the count on the presidential, it seemed like an eternity, and now it's another week later. So we're still involved in that. We now have a president of our party in the White House, Joe Biden. We have a majority in the House, albeit smaller, but nonetheless of a majority. We have to address the fact is that President Trump, to his credit, turned out a big vote. And in some of these districts, which were, people wondered how we won them before. They were so Trumpian. And now with him on the ballot, bringing a bigger vote. And it is clear that a number of the people who, there are certain issues that may have worked one place or another, but we have to have a deep dive. We have to really have the data. And so all of them gave me their view for the moment and said, when we get more data, we'll have a clearer picture. But the fact is, President Trump got out his vote, and in those districts, some of them, he made a difference. And every majority is fragile. But I do also want to say that with the president, see, it's not just another branch of government, the White House. It is the bully pulpit. Joe Biden knows why he's there. He has a plan to be effective for America's working families, and he will have, the stage. So it's not as if we're trying to get a distinction made here and press is engaged in equivalence, and which I think was unfair. But nonetheless, in terms of having the bully pulpit, it's not just a branch of government. It's not just having the White House, not just a branch of government, not just appointments to jobs and a cabinet arrest. It's the connection with the American people. that behooves us to say this, some of the fears that they have: automation, globalization, diversity, climate issues, and the rest. It's a four-letter word. I say it all the time. A four-letter word: jobs, 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 jobs. So look, there's no question when the president is a president of your party, your leverage and your power is greatly increased. You must know that. You must know that. So again, for the good of the country, I am so overjoyed that Joe Biden is president of the United States. His decency, his vision, his values, his authenticity, and his connection with America's working families. The big partner in all of this is the public, the American people. They want, I think, universally thrilled.
They're really showing themselves to do really well. Come on, man.